Welcome to the Tourism News Wrap. My name is Jason Amu. Coming up, UNWTO impressed with Morocco's preparations for 24th General Assembly. Namibia Tourism Board impressed with revival strategy, and Sony Music celebrates African music icon Sibongile Khumalo. The leadership of the World Tourism Organization has expressed satisfaction with the preparations by the Kingdom of Morocco towards the 24th General Assembly scheduled to take place on October 2021 in Marrakesh. The 24th UNWTO General Assembly will be the first global high-level United Nations event to be held since the beginning of the pandemic. Led by the Secretary General Zura Pulilikashvili, a delegation from UNWTO has concluded an official visit to Morocco to discuss the program, calendar and facilities to be prepared for this statutory meeting that will focus on education and youth, rural development and digital innovation.
Marrakesh will host this very important event for tourism industry. We discussed today's meeting the thematic issues. We want to focus on education, on youth, and at the same time rural tourism development. We announced just 1 year ago when we are supported.
Morocco's Minister of Tourism, Handicrafts, Air Transport and Social Economy, Nadia Feta Alawi, and her team accompanied the delegation during this 3-day visit and expressed their commitment to organizing an historic General Assembly to showcase the importance of restarting international tourism in a safe and more sustainable way.
I'm taking this opportunity to thank all the partners and the Secretary General for giving us this opportunity to organize the General Assembly in Marrakesh next October. It's a great honor for our country, especially in these difficult times for tourism. First of all, I can tell you that Morocco is fully committed to make it, as you said, a very special event. Because it's the event that will give hope to all the industry all over the world, to give a message to all the tourists, that people that are waiting for the right condition to start traveling again, that the tourism industry is a sustainable industry, a responsible industry, and that they're working hard to organize and have the proper condition for a safe restart. As regards the organization of the General Assembly, I can first tell you that we have a great experience in Morocco organizing international events. So we had the chance to host a lot of very important events. So all the professionals, all the local authorities have the proper knowledge to have the perfect, I would say, organization to make it a success.
The Prime Minister of Morocco, Saladin Othmani, and the Minister of Foreign Affairs, Nasser Bourita, welcomed the UNWTO Secretary General in Rabat, highlighting the importance of the celebration and the high-level support of the host country. The delegation was also received by the Governor of the Marrakesh-Safi region, Karim Kassi Lalou, and other local authorities and representatives of the private sector of the area that will be strongly involved in the preparations for this meeting. The Namibia Tourism Board has expressed satisfaction with the initiative instituted to revive the ailing tourism sector in the southern African country. The government of Namibia, in partnership with the tourism private sector, in June launched the Tourism Revival Initiative to save the sector. In an exclusive interview with VoyagesAfriq from Windhoek, the CEO of the Tourism Board, Digu Nabeb, said the Tourism Revival Initiative has also encouraged Namibians to take holidays and explore their country.
The advent of COVID-19, which was unexpected and at the presented levels, it caught us unaware. And obviously, not only us in Namibia, but I guess the tourism at large globally. And that required us to have a different thinking at the same time that government is trying to balance the health of the nation as well as that of the economy of the country, which tourism is one of the key particular pillars in the Namibian economy. And government found it in its wisdom to restart tourism amidst all things still happening at that point in time back in June. And since then, we've been working on or have worked on regulations to ensure that the travelers are also safe when they are traveling to Namibia, which actually follows the international trend that we needed to only allow entries to people who have a PCR test that is 72 hours, not older than 72 hours. But at the same time, as a tourism industry, we have worked very closely with the private sector and UNWTO to come up with what we call the tourism safety protocols and guidelines.
Celebrated jazz and opera singer Sibongile Khumalo passed away on Thursday, January 28, after a lengthy period of illness. Reflecting on his relationship with Mark Khumalo, Managing Director of Sony Music Entertainment Africa, Sean Watson, shared his thoughts on the late musician, saying, "A more noble ambassador of music I have never met in my life. Sis Sibongile was a consummate musician, and her love of her art shone through her work and her person. She was professional at every turn and resolute in protecting her creative values. We will miss her gracious presence." Dr. Lindelani Mkize expressed his deep sadness at the passing of the jazz veteran. "This is very sad. Sibongile was one of the first artists that we signed to Sony Music, and at the time she was an opera singer," he said. Air Senegal has set its sights firmly on the future as the airline announces an agreement to implement the Amadeus Altéa suite. Recognizing the innovation is the key to success for a recovering aviation industry, the Senegalese flag carrier Air Senegal has partnered with Amadeus to implement the Altéa suite, including the full passenger service system. As Air Senegal resumes services in the region, the carrier is placing emphasis on automation and relevant real-time information. The Amadeus Altéa passenger service system offers these elements by way of full reservation, inventory, and departure control capabilities. There's more news on www.VoyagesAfriq.com and all our social media platforms. My name is Jason.